So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming, here with a very special Way of the Hunter video. Now last night I came back to my Tikamoon Plains single player map in order to do a little bit of recording for a different video, and while I was actually driving around checking on all my animals, I spotted this guy, a 4-star mature albino Cape Buffalo bull. I had no idea that I had an albino of this quality on my map. I knew that there were a couple of albinos, but nothing that great. So I decided that I would try and age him up, and if he would reach 5 stars, I would try and take him with a shotgun. Now you may ask why I would want to try and take a Cape Buffalo with a shotgun, purely because I'd seen one person had managed to do it at some point, and I thought it would be an interesting challenge. While I was waiting for this guy to age up, I had a couple of kudu that actually aged into 5 stars, including this one, which we just managed to drop with the shotgun, and then we got killed by a Cape Buffalo in return. Now, as you will have seen, this went really smoothly. 3 shots from the shotgun brought down this kudu really quickly. And this is something I have done a little bit before. Actually, in a previous video, I did actually go and shoot a couple of 5-star whitetail bucks with a shotgun. And just like the kudu, they took 3 shots and then dropped. So it seems to be a pretty common thing that you can drop some animals with 3 shots from a shotgun. But I was surprised to see the kudu go down in this same amount of shots as a whitetail, and it is a really nice kudu bull, a 478, so I was super happy with that. Now moving on to the next clip, and we have another gorgeous 5-star kudu bull who once again goes down in 3 shots from the shotgun. Now what was really funny about this particular incident is the amount of Cape Buffalo that ended up charging me. As you will have seen, there was originally 5 different Cape Buffalo that actually charged. 2 gave up on the way over to me, but 3 actually got all the way over to me before they turned around and fled. That was kind of crazy to actually see. I've never had that many animals go aggressive at once, and they just so happened to be from the same herd as that albino 4-star. So that was a really interesting experience. But that kudu went down really quickly, as you will have seen, 3 shots and then he dropped, and he's another really good size kudu bull, 95.66% on the genetics, and a 488 total score. A really nice bull, and like I said, he went down really nice and cleanly with the shotgun, so I was super happy with that. Now moving on to the next clip, and we have yet another 5-star kudu bull, and this was actually the 4th one of the night. One of them I took with the rifle, but this guy I ended up taking with the shotgun too, and once again 3 shots and he goes down. Absolutely gorgeous bull. Unfortunately I did miss 1 shot, but as you will see, 3 shots actually impacted, and that 3rd shot was enough to actually drop him, so I was super happy with that. And I was really enjoying using the shotgun at this point. It's a different weapon to use. Obviously it's not the necessarily correct weapon to use, but it is a nice challenge, and seeing as we don't have buckshot or slugs for the shotgun, this is just a way that you can use them, and it's a little bit of an extra challenge. You need to get close, so I really enjoy it. A score of 483 for this particular bull, so another really awesome 5-star for the trophy lodge. But it happened. The 4-star albino Cape Buffalo turned into a 5-star giant. Now, this is the 2nd ever 5-star albino Cape Buffalo that I have ever seen, and this guy actually has different horns to my first one, and this is single player versus my first one being in multiplayer. Now, I had to play a huge patience game with this guy and wait for him to get curious and come close enough to actually get within shotgun range. Now, he was actually turning to go back to the herd there, and I decided to just try and get a couple of shots into him, because he just kept doing that. He kept turning, walking towards me, and I would get ready, and then he would get decently close and then turn and walk back rather than come closer. Now, I have had curious Cape Buffalo come within just a few meters of me, just from being curious and doing this sort of walking over posturing type behaviour, and I actually even had other individuals from this herd come and do that whilst I was waiting for this guy to get close enough. I had them just within just a few meters, but this guy just never wanted to do that. So again, I took a bit of a riskier long shot, And it paid off because he turns around and goes aggressive. Now, I had to quickly reload here because I knew that I was only going to have a few seconds to try and get a couple more shots into him. And I was trying so hard to get the lead right with this shotgun, to get the aim right, because aiming with some of these weapons can be a little bit fiddly, I've noticed on controller. I don't know if it's my aim sensitivity being slightly off or what it actually is, but I did manage to get a couple more hits into him, and finally, as he actually went off, I noticed that he had his head down, and here he actually lies down. He beds down to actually bleed. So I was so relieved. I can't tell you how long this whole hunt took. It was literally hours. From that first time where I got those first few shots into him, and then getting these last few shots into him, it was so many hours. Probably like 2-3 hours. It was wild of just chasing this buffalo around, trying to get close enough to get a couple more shots into him. And finally, he actually goes down. So it was such a huge relief to actually see. Now, I was approaching him really, really slowly, and I was actually going to try and put one more shot into him. But as you see, he got up, ran a little ways, led down again, and then actually expired. But seeing him on the ground, finally, and knowing I'd managed to take him down with a shotgun, was such a wild feeling. Like I said, I had seen at least one other person had managed to take down some Cape Buffalo with a shotgun, and that was kind of what inspired this idea of trying to take some of the bigger game with a shotgun. And then when I saw this guy, it just worked out, you know, it's a 5-star albino, which is an incredible animal, and then to try and take him in this challenging way. And you'll see 6 shots. So I think one of my shots ended up hitting another one of the Cape Buffalo, but 6 of the actual shots that I took managed to actually hit this guy. And he's a 98.78% on the genetics. He is massive. What an incredible bull. I am just blown away. He's an incredible animal. Like, to get a 5-star albino alone is something that I wasn't expecting yesterday. And then to actually go and take him with the shotgun, it was just something I wasn't expecting. I was out here to record for a couple of different videos. One of those videos was to actually try and take some of the bigger game down with a shotgun, but I never expected to actually see this guy and end up managing to take this guy down with a shotgun. I thought, you know, maybe I could take just a common, decent-sized Cape Buffalo down with a shotgun and it would be an interesting experiment. I did not expect to be taking down a 5-star albino, which is just wild. And it's so awesome that he has the other set of horns compared to my first 5-star albino, because now I have 2 5-star albino Cape Buffalo bulls with the 2 different sets of horns for 5 stars, which is just absolutely insane. He scores 471, so maybe I could have left him alone a little bit longer for him to age up a little bit more and get just a little bit bigger based off of his genetics, but I wasn't going to leave this guy and risk this guy dying. It's a 5-star albino. All that matters to me is that he did actually make 5 stars, and he is absolutely incredible. I mean, what a stunning Cape Buffalo bull. I am so thrilled. Now, I know that the albino Cape Buffalo do seem to be a bit more common than other albinos in the game. I mean, I think I've got 3 other albinos on my Tika Moon Plain single player at the moment, but getting a 5-star one is still something that isn't exactly common. I've only seen a few posted, and, you know, for this guy to be my second ever 5-star albino is just wild. I am so thrilled. This was such a special hunt, and then to add the challenge of taking this guy down with a shotgun and having to spend all that time tracking him, trying to get close to him, it was such a wild experience, because he would keep doing that, where he would sort of come towards me to investigate me and then just turn around and go back to the herd before he got close enough for me to actually get any shots at him, which is why in the end I took that longer shot at him as he actually turned away, because I was just hoping that maybe he would go aggressive or something would happen and I'd manage to get a better shot at him, and sure enough, he did actually go aggressive, and it worked out absolutely perfectly. And then finally we managed to bring this guy down. But it was such a long hunt, and it was so worth it. I'm so thrilled, honestly. Just such an unexpected thing. Now, going to the trophy lodge, and obviously I had to make this particular mount a double 5-star albino Cape Buffalo mount. Now, I was going to put these two in the centerpiece mount in the lodge, but unfortunately the only pose for having 2 Cape Buffalo bulls on that centerpiece mount, the horns for these two were actually going to be clipping into each other. On this mount they don't, just barely, but they don't actually clip, and it just looks so awesome, and I had to put these two together in a mount. I mean, I'm just blown away. I'd never thought I was going to get one albino 5-star Cape Buffalo. To get 2 is wild, and to have, like I said, both different horn styles for 5-star Cape Buffalo, one from single player, one from multiplayer, it's just so amazing and perfect to me that I can't describe it. I'm so thrilled, and I couldn't wait to actually make this video and to be able to share this. It was such a cool experience, and just like I said, just such an unexpected thing. And I couldn't be happier. I'm just so thrilled. But that is going to be it for this video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Definitely a really special one for me, and I can't wait to share this and see what you guys think of this incredible 5-star albino Cape Buffalo. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.